If you have bought a home in Southwest Florida and you think you can maintain it the same way you did up north, I promise you this house, it is going to humble you. The heat, the humidity, the storms, the salt air, and the bugs. Oh, the bugs. This climate is basically in a full war against your home. So today, I'm going to give you a complete annual maintenance checklist that every Southwest Florida homeowner needs to know, because most of this stuff nobody tells you about until something goes very, very wrong. All right, we are going to start with the one thing that if it fails, I promise you, you are not sleeping in this house. You know what I'm talking about, the air conditioner. In Southwest Florida, you need your air conditioner service at least 2 times a year, and honestly, that might not be enough. It is our hardest working appliance. Your coils are constantly pulling moisture out of the air. Your drain line, it's gonna clog with algae, this very viscous looking stuff on the outside, and your filters, they are working overtime. So we always recommend that you get a service contract, that you flush your drain line monthly with vinegar, and change your filters, honestly, closer to every 30 days than every 90 days, because your AC is not optional here. We use them a lot. And pro tip, and talk to your AC company about what they think, but they're gonna probably say the same thing as me, because this is what I've been told. When you go away, you set your thermostat to 78, not in the 80s like we do up north, but 78. Right after we first moved to Florida, we took a trip to meet family up in Orlando at Universal. So we did what we always did in Illinois. We set that AC thermostat to 85. Came home, had a great time, crank it back down. I'm sitting on the couch watching TV and a picture falls off the wall and hits me right in the head. I turn around and look, and there are bubbles in the paint all the way up the wall because there was so much humidity that our AC could not catch up. We froze our coils, everything shut down. We had to do an emergency service. So don't do what we did. Keep that thermostat set at 78. All right, next up is your roof. So Florida, we have more roof claims here than almost any other state if you have a tile roof, and that is what a lot of our roofs are here in Southwest Florida. You definitely need to be keeping an eye on it, and you should be having inspections every so often, especially after a big weather event. Some people like to do them annually, some people do them every couple years. And listen, your tiles, those are actually cosmetic. They themselves might be fine, but there's mortar at the ridge caps and it can break down over time and they will start lifting. And then you have one bad storm and it's possible for water to get in. And you also want to check on your soffits and your fascia just to make sure that there's no rotting or holes, because if there are gaps in there, you're basically inviting the palm rats and the other pests to come right in and hang out in your attic. So you definitely don't want to skip this one. There are companies that can come out and they can check your roof for you, walk it, make sure that everything looks good. All right, just a quick reminder, if you want this checklist for yourself, comment checklist below and we will get you a copy of it. All right, next we're gonna talk about exterior paint, because most of our homes here are stucco. Where I came from, a lot of them were siding. So you do have to repaint and take care of the stucco. Typically we say, every 7 to 8 years, you probably need to paint. Now, if you bought a new construction home, it might be a little sooner, because the truth is the builder quality paint is just doesn't have the same kind of lifespan as regular paint. So you might want to just get ahead of it before it starts chalking, fading. You will notice and you will see when you do need it. And the truth is the paint is the only thing in between your stucco and water intrusion. So when you do paint, you're gonna make sure that as part of your paint quote, they quote you for sealing any cracks, fixing any spots that they see, to try to make sure that you don't have any future leaks. And this is part of it. So they have a prep stage, that's where they do all that, and then they come in and they will paint. All right, we live in a subtropical climate, so what that means is every summer here in Southwest Florida, those tropical rains come and they hit hard, and within weeks you'll start seeing green and black algae streaking down your roof. It'll be on your driveway, on your pavers, your lanai furniture. So little secret, wet and forget. It's a product you can find. If you can't find it, let us know. We'll send you a link. But Wet and Forget is your best friend here in the summertime. You apply it before rainy season actually kicks in, typically April or May. Jeremy just did ours this past weekend. And what happens is the rain activates this product and it starts working over time. It is not instant. It doesn't happen overnight, but over time and over a few weeks, it actually kills all of that organic growth, and you're not having to just constantly pressure watch. It is truly an amazing product. All right, well, speaking of outside and pavers, let's talk about paver settling, because this is something that is definitely part of the home maintenance that needs to be handled here in Florida. So if you've got a paver driveway, a paver deck, a lanai, those pavers are going to shift over time. We set our pavers with sand here, and that base material washes out and it does move things around. We get really heavy rains like we just talked about, so it will wash some of that out, and you're going to have uneven edges that definitely are a trip hazard, and sometimes they can cause some drainage problems. So it is something you need to keep up on. Every couple of years you should be walking your pavers. You should be looking for anything that is sunken or lifted. You can resand. Some people choose to seal their pavers, extending their life significantly, but basically you just want to make sure you get to them before it gets too bad, because it is also something that will be noted if you ever sell your house as a safety concern if they have major shifting on there. All right, the next thing you need to consider, if you have a pool, and this is a lot of people who own homes in Southwest Florida, then this needs to be on your radar. So we keep talking about this rainy season. Yeah, well, during rainy season, your pool chemistry can get diluted too. So you need to have stabilizer levels. You need to just be paying attention. And if you have a salt cell, you're going to want to make sure that you have a company that is inspecting that for you as well. Cleaning it with acid wash, because algae will take over if these things are being neglected, especially in this heat. So whether you're doing that yourself or you hire a pool service, just make sure that you're staying on top of your equipment. It all sits outside. It is in heat, it is in salt, it is in sun. It takes a beating out there. All right, now listen, I do get asked this sometimes. Yeah, it's buggy here. They're like, how buggy is it? It's buggy, especially in rainy season. In fact, bugs, they are a permanent resident here in Florida, and your job is to make sure they stay outside. Quarterly pest control is a must-have. And then you also want to probably talk with them about termites and having termite protection on your home, because we do have subterranean termites here. We have a lot of building going on. Yes, our homes are concrete block, but we've got wood trusses and other parts. So those termites can do serious structural damage before you even see a single bug. And your pest control company can talk to you about that service if it's not already included. In fact, most of our new construction homes do include the first year of termite protection as part of their service when you buy a home. They put little traps down around the perimeter of the yard. But I promise you, you will want a bug service. So we pay quarterly. They come out quarterly, they will treat, they will spray, they will keep the perimeter going. And what's nice about having that bug service is if you ever have any issues, sometimes like we'll get ghost ants or just have some things that are just pesky here in Southwest Florida, you just give them a call and they will come out and they will do treatments until everything is handled. It's pretty great. So as you know, if you're watching our channel, a lot of our homes here are in HOA communities, and with that comes many times the lawn and landscaping maintenance as part of your HOA dues. But you just need to be aware of what kind of palm trees you have in your yard, because it might not include palm tree trimming. There are thousands of varieties of palm trees, and there are a lot of them that are self-shedding, like a royal palm. The fronds just shed themselves and fall off. But there are many varietals that do not do that. So you do have to have those trimmed, and what experience has been is typically that is not included as part of your home care maintenance with your association. Like so many other things that we're talking about here, a really good time to do this is going to be in May or June before our storm season approaches in the summer, because those dead fronds can become projectiles, especially if we have hurricane force winds or we have a hurricane that comes along, or just a normal rainy tropical storm, because we do have a lot of those in our summertime. So fine line between trimming them just enough and not over trimming, because you also don't want to take too many green fronds away, because that could stress the trees. So a good rule of thumb is to keep a nice full canopy and only remove the brown ones. And don't forget to check for any trees or palms that are leaning towards your house or towards your neighbors, or trees that are touching your roof. We don't want to make easy access for any bugs or critters. So we want to make sure you're trimming those back as well if you notice that. And listen, if you're like me at this point, you're kind of like shutting down and it's like, who can I call to do this for me? I'm not trimming those trees myself. We're going to have somebody who is an expert at it to come and do that for us. All right, we're gonna switch notes a little bit because this one I believe is underrated and I don't know that it gets talked about too much, but Florida is actually the lightning capital of our country. This shocked me when we moved here. And a power surge on your home can fry your air conditioner, your refrigerator, your electronics, your computers, everything in one swoop. So a whole home surge protector installed at your panel, it's gonna cost you a few $100 and it will protect everything in the house. Your individual power strips, while still encouraged, they just might not be enough if you get struck by lightning. So I would absolutely get it installed. And if you don't want to have that done with an electrician who can come and do that for you, FPL actually has a product here where you can sign up through their storm surge protection. It's a monthly fee, but they have a product that makes it nice and easy for you. So you kind of have a couple options there on what you want to do. All right, we're not quite done yet. Again, remember, if you want a copy of this list, comment checklist below and we will send it to you. But just a few more things to kind of keep in the back of your mind when you're thinking about maintaining your home in Southwest Florida. One is caulking around your windows and doors. The UV and the sun is so hot here and it really can break down the caulk faster than what you might be used to. And just a failed bead of caulk might be one of the most common sources of getting some water intrusion. So you just want to keep an eye on your windows and your doors and make sure you're applying if the caulk is cracking, if it's pulling away, if it's just not looking good. Another side note, cleaning your dryer vent. It is one of the leading causes of fires and a lot of people never think to do this. So there are tools that you can buy where you kind of snake it through there, or there are companies that will come in and they will just suck out all of that lint out of your dryer vent. Again, it's not something that we always think about, but it is something that should definitely be on your maintenance checklist. And if you're walking around your house and you feel like you smell something mildewy or moldy, definitely want to check out your AC handler first and up in your attic, because our humidity here is relentless, especially in the summer, and mold can establish pretty quickly in a poorly ventilated space. So you just want to make sure you're paying attention if you're smelling anything like that so that you can get ahead of it and not let it turn into a major problem. Listen, owning property here in Southwest Florida brings an amazing lifestyle, but our climate does demand some respect and it definitely demands some maintenance. So make sure you stay on top of this list and keep your home holding its value, keeping you comfortable, and making sure you don't have any surprise repair bills. So if this video helped you out, please subscribe to our channel, share it with a friend, because every week we're covering everything you need to know about living and owning a home right here in Southwest Florida. Our team is here and we want to be a resource for you. And we want these videos to share what you can expect about living in Southwest Florida. I would love to hear what is something that has been a surprise repair, and maybe it was expensive, maybe it wasn't, but something that you just weren't expecting, and put that down in the comments below because I would really love to know. You can always find us on social media. Contact us directly at 239-776-6872. Schedule link using the Calendly link below. We definitely want to be a resource for you. We've been selling real estate here in Southwest Florida for up to 10 years, and we've helped tons of homeowners make that transition from their life up north to the Southwest Florida lifestyle, because we are ready for you to come live joy here too.